Hello everyone, I'm Kako Chrissy. Welcome back to my channel. Let's have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. You may wonder why every time I want to have a moment of silence before we started our talk. The more I study, the more I realize everything all started with our mind. If you look around, you see everything around us, not just jade. Everything, every product around us is all started with a thought first. We have this thought first, and then we carry out the action. The action will produce something. Hopefully that's nice, and that will add our creation. The creation build out our culture, our civilization. Everything you track back on all started with our thought. That's why I want to introduce this moment of silence to our life, to your life. You will greatly benefit with it. Just a moment of silence. When you do, try to do longer as you can. You will learn so much from it. Let's say talk about a jade. I have to put on 90 some videos out there. And this jade, looking at the jade, nothing difficult. If you haven't grabbed it, haven't seen it, more likely is your mind, your thought block your eyes. The things is there. As long as we clear out our mind, we can absorb much, much more. That's not only related with jade, with every aspect of our life. Have a moment of silence in this busy, crazy daily life. It's very beneficial for me. That's why I introduced to you too. I hope this a small step, you build on it, little by little, will lead you to discover a great treasure inside yourself. That's how I did. Now I want to show you how you can do this also. Okay, let's start with our today's piece. This is the Liangzhu Jade. We started with our routine checkup, jade material. Basically, it's not translucent, except this part is less stained. And here, if you shine the light on, you can see the light go through. All the others place, because it's so heavily dented, patinaed on the top, there's no light go through, which is a typical Liangzhu culture jade look like. The thing is, besides this material, we know this, the stained patina, we know it. It's very similar with all those pieces I introduced you before. Let's look at this craftsmanship. You look at it deeply. Let me enlarge it. Okay. I hope you can see clear. This way see better. You see the every line is the same, follow the same principle. Those tiny lines, but if you trace them done, every line is neatly packed there. You don't see a line unreasonably hanging on there without a track back where it started, where it end. The line was created by those tiny rotary kind of a tool, which is in the middle part of Liangzhu. We have seen a lot of them. Liangzhu culture jade actually is very easy to see. If you have seen 8,000 years history, you look back for this Liangzhu jade. It's not exaggerated. You see one, deeply you see one, you see 100 of them. Same idea. Let's say here, besides this craftsmanship, the way they curve out the eyes, hollowed in a little bit here, that's the eyes standing out. That's basic same. The only thing for this piece is the design. This kind of design is like a two birds kissing each other. This design, honestly, I have not found a similar design in any kind of jade book. This is really doesn't bother me at all. I put this piece aside for a while to think about it from all the aspects. Besides this craftsmanship, you see how shiny this part is, even the side. This kind of a polish is a typical Liangzhu jade polish. Even with this curving, it's not easy to polish. They still make almost like a mirror kind of finish, flatten out and polish very well. That's the jade only you see in Liangzhu culture. So we are already familiar with kind of a jade material and the patina, the stain, and the craftsmanship. Only the design, we haven't seen anything like this. I have this piece for a long time, and I can confirm with you, this one, I have no trouble to recognize this piece as a middle of Liangzhu culture towards this bigger part. You see the way they make it? That's the thing. When we have look at many pieces, we have a 4-point check vehicle. See the material, see the patina, stain, and the craftsmanship. I have to say a lot of kind of designs of jade, they have not went on any books yet, which is fine. Because a scholar hasn't do this kind of jade, they covered up all those pieces yet. Far away from that. Far away from that. So when you see some piece, you kind of find a similar design references in any kind of a book. Don't be scared about it. It's normal. It's really normal. If you can see conform by the material, stem, patina, and the craftsmanship, and all the characters match we have studied, it's okay to put this in this Liangzhu Jade group. A while ago, I talked about how we should think about the museum. I mentioned all these museums, and they are facing general public. That's their audience. So as a scholar, as a collector, we can't expect them and solely depend on museum catalogs to help us identify jade pieces. So how about the scholars? That's the topic I don't really want to talk much. I think I'm one of them. I don't want to say any negative word. But the truth is, if you dive in this scholars board, you look at it, you read all those academic researchers' papers, which is I have done for so many of them. I want to tell you, one scholar I read is from some famous college professor, and he's an archaeologist. Once I read his paper, he said, we spread out our inks on pages, and then we tell the world we know the thing next to nothing. This phrase made me laugh for a while. I said, wow, finally, some guy telling the truth. That is the situation in this scholarly world. You look at back Chinese scholars in this jade field. There's here, there, have a few scholars did really good researchers. Their papers help me a lot. But unfortunately, I have to say, it seems to me all the scholars in China hasn't have a conversation about their study yet. Let's say, I do this period of time study. I discovered this, and another person did similar with me, or a little bit far away. We should merge our knowledge together. We should talk, conform with each other. Unfortunately, they have not done this yet. You will see how disappointing it is. That's what I did over my book. I put all those their work here, there, little bit hint, little bit there, and like a piece, I threaded them together to make my work standing on. Besides, I do empirical observation to learn from actual piece. For the Western scholar, their situation even worse because they are dependent on Chinese scholars to publish their research paper about their archaeologist discovery. So far, not many things out. So you shouldn't be surprised. We see many jade, the shape, especially the shape, they are not covered by an academic study yet. And also, even they covered some, you will be surprised. The same design piece, people think that was popular long time later than it is supposed to be. Let's say they will say, oh, this design was popular in Han Dynasty. And it's not really right. Far long ago, we already used. That's how little we understand this stuff. I hope this give you a hint when you look at something strange shape. Don't be scared. Compare with we already have to learn. You gotta build up the understanding system on your own. That's the goal we study about the jade. Okay, let's stop here. Let's have another moment of silence, please. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you next time.